Hello, my name is Julien, and I'm happy to meet you. Today, I'd like to share a part of my life with you, and if you're not bothered by my terrible French accent, I'll let you follow me through this story. First of all, I want to tell you that this video won't be a happy one, but I hope my experience can help at least one person. Well, I'm 22 years old and I've been dealing with depression since I was 13. And you can trust me, that's very long time. When I was 15, I didn't understand what was happening to me. Everything has become dull, and the things I used to love no longer interested me. As the days went on, my emotional pain kept growing. I started drinking alcohol every day, and one school day, I invited some friends over to my place, friends who were also struggling. It was noon, and with one friend, we started drinking a little. Well, a lot. Then at 2 p.m., we had to go back to school. I lived 2 kilometers from school, so we walked. Everything around me felt dark. As I stumbled along, I tried to throw myself under a car. One of my friends tackled me to the ground. He stopped me from ending my life. When we got to school, I collapsed on the floor. I went into an alcohol-induced coma. After about half an hour, I woke up, I was alone, and sitting across from me was a school supervisor. I was still completely drunk, but I remember it perfectly. For the first time, I told someone what I was going through. I told him everything. I explained how hard it was, how much I was suffering, how much I didn't want to live anymore. Then my mother walked into the room, she looked at me, and the supervisor said to her, "It's just a teenage mistake. He's a good student." He didn't tell my mother what I had shared with him. So I went home with my mother. My mother scolded me. She had no idea what I was going through, and I was punished for what had actually been a double suicide attempt. It destroyed me. Anyway, time passed, and a few months later, I wrote a letter. In that letter, I explained what I was going through, what I was feeling, and how much I wanted to die. My parents were in shock. They were in tears, not understanding how they had missed that their son was falling apart right beside them. I started seeing a psychiatrist. I started taking medication. My mental state had three parts. A part where I am proactive, I create things, I have a lot of projects. A part where I sink into melancholy, where I feel sad, where I lose interest in everything. And finally, the hardest part to live with, the part where I have suicidal thoughts. When I have suicidal thoughts, everything around me disappears. All I want is to hurt myself. All I want is to die. At 17, I made another suicide attempt. I took medication. I mean, a lot of medication. I also stabbed myself in the arm with a knife. The paramedics arrived, gave me first aid, made sure the dose of medication I have taken wasn't lethal, then they left. At 19, I decided to stop all my medication cold turkey because I felt it had no effect and was stopping me from thinking clearly. That was the worst decision of my life. Little by little, month after month, my mental state deteriorated. At 22, 5 months ago, I sent a message to my friends. I sent a message to my workplace. Then I drank a liter of vodka, took a lot of medication, and tried to open my veins with a knife. I passed out from everything I had taken. The paramedics came to my house, and I woke up in the hospital. My parents and my sister were there. We talked a great deal. I was able to explain that when I go through a phase with suicidal thoughts, if I'm alone, I will hurt myself and I will never call for help. So I spent a month in psychiatric hospital. I was given a new treatment and I've been living with my parents since then. So I'm not alone when suicidal urges come. If I'm telling you my story today, it's for good reason. It's because I was incredibly lucky. Despite all these suicide attempts, I'm still alive. Knowing that I've been living with this every day for 9 years, please listen to me. I know how hard it is. And I know there are as many type of depression as there are people who have it. If you're not feeling well, if you're suffering, if you're having suicidal thoughts, tell someone close to you, a friend, a teacher, anyone. Depression is not a weakness. It's an illness that requires help. Don't stay alone with this demon. You have the right to be happy, the right to live, the right to smile. If you're going through a difficult time, don't repeat my mistakes. Seek help immediately. I sincerely wish you all happiness. Never forget that you're never alone, that people loved you. So, like me, fight and never give up. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.